I can cook, I can clean.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, see, this is why I came to Thailand, to find a traditional woman.
Uh-oh.
See, in the United States,
Oh.
women don't cook and clean.
Oh.
All they do is complain. And we don't got time for that. That's why I got my passport. And I've left.
Talk to him,
I've
brother.
left the United States to come seek a wife to have a traditional relationship. So, here, give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
So this is the New York Post. The New York Post is a local New York City newspaper. And from what I remember, I may not be accurate about this anymore because I had heard this a long time ago. The New York Post typically is a more conservative newspaper, while the Daily News tends to be more liberal. And I had heard that this is owned by Rupert Murdoch. I haven't looked that up, so maybe it is, maybe it's not. I heard this a long time ago. And bottom line is, the story here, Megyn Kelly blasts bloated Leonardo DiCaprio. He's just going to bang teens. Now, the Passport Bros have been dealing with this nonsense for a bit of a while at this point. I would say ever since the Passport Bros burst into the scene last summer, when all of these Passport Bros went away on vacation, and then they started posting up all their videos and basically inflaming the attitudes of the B-dubs on TikTok. And and we were basically wondering, well, why is it that when a black man does something, automatically you've got all of these women all over it, attacking all these pathetic feminist drags that are all over TikTok and all over these stupid social media services? See, the sad thing is most of them are really on TikTok. And what I think is funny about that is, number one, they don't get paid to spew this nonsense. YouTube actually pays. But the thing about it is, TikTok, owned by China, they have terms of service where they are actually more likely to censor you than YouTube is. But the thing about it is the stuff that they've been saying on TikTok, in fact, some of them are straight up wishing violence on Passport Bros, which, by the way, if you catch any of them wishing violence on Passport Bros, always remember you can absolutely report their accounts. Because the reality is, the Passport Bros, regardless who they are, what color they are, what feminist disease they have, regardless all of that, you can absolutely report their accounts. And the Chinese censors are far more strict than they are on YouTube, because YouTube's American for the most part. So for the most part, we kind of have some level of free speech, but you still have to fit within the YouTube terms of service. However, on TikTok, that freedom of speech really isn't there at all. So if you see anybody wishing violence against anybody, it's always good policy to report them. But especially if you see them wishing violence against the Passport Bros. That's part of the reason why we had so many, so many reports and replies and so much content being cranked out about Austin Holloman when he was in Brazil, because you had one pathetic strag who decided to raise her voice against him when he was in Brazil. And meanwhile, she never would have done that if that had been a white man there. You know, see, what they do is these are basically pathetic strag bullies. And what they do is they pick on people who they think can't fight back. In fact, on another level, on the Just Pearly show, she just had to throw, and Just Pearly, she never raises her voice. She never gets confrontational. She just had to throw out one of these pathetic feminists from her show, because this woman decided to, she was coming at this dude. If you watch the video, I don't want to show the video. If you watch the video yourself, you'll see it yourself. But you know exactly what clip I'm talking about. It just happened. And you got this crazy old-ass woman, and she's up there threatening, oh, yeah, I'll cap you myself, buddy. Who you calling bruh? I'll cap you. I'll get you out. And I'm like, wait a minute. Do you understand that this is a grown man, number one? He's wearing lots of jewelry, and he's got lots of tattoos, so... I understand that they don't have, lots of firearms over there, or pretty much any in the UK. But here you got a woman, she's literally threatened this dude because all he did was call her bro. And he was saying that not as an insult. He was saying that because he basically was using it like it was a period. Like he was saying, bro, whatever. And this lady's up there threatening him and shit like she's about to do something to him. And I think to myself, I'm like, man, I'm glad that wasn't me because he handled it pretty well. He handled it better than I would have handled it. Because if it was me and somebody comes at me like that, I'm going to inflame the situation. Like, he did the smart thing. He sat there and he was quiet. He let Pearly do the fighting for him for the most part. And I wish I could use that clip here, but I don't want to have to deal with YouTube content, copyright censors. I just don't want to deal with it. But he sat there and he let Pearly fight it out. And I'm just glad that wasn't me, because if that was me, I would have inflamed the situation. Because when she said that, I would have said, like, anybody raised their voice with me, I raised my voice right back. And it's just that simple. The only people who I maybe make an exception for are the police or possibly a judge in a courtroom. And that's about it. But if she had said that shit to me, I would have been like I would have come up with something at that moment and I would have just said it. And she would have gotten even angrier. And, it would have just kept escalating the situation. Then she would have taken a swipe at me or a swing at me. And then next thing you know, I'd be in deep trouble because, it wouldn't have gone well for her. Let's just say that. So the bottom line is, it's like there are a lot of these strags that all of a sudden they're so angry and they're feeling so masculine, like they're in their masculine energy and all this nonsense and manifesting their stupidity and whatever. And it's like they're ready to fight. Like, it's crazy. They're ready to, they're always calling people out, not minding their business. Now here you got grown men doing legal things, and they up there calling you out because they don't like what you're doing. And I don't think that Leonardo DiCaprio on this, I don't think he's going to make any reply because he doesn't have to. He's an actor. I guess you could consider him an A-list actor. He is getting a little bit older. He's like almost 50. But for the most part, he's not doing anything illegal. And he's minding his own goddamn business. Now, the only reason why we even know what this man is doing is because you've got paparazzi all over him. And the paparazzi are reporting back to us what this man is doing. But for somebody to be calling you out and trying to turn society against you, and they trying to do this Me Too bullshit, and this guy is doing nothing illegal, and he's just living his life, and he's doing legal things with legal adults. And I'm trying to figure out, like, who gave these people the cojones to think that they can just rise up on you. So anyway, let's read the story real quick. Megyn Kelly lashed out at Leonardo DiCaprio amid rumors that it's not even a rumor. The guy was in photos and video. So this is not really a rumor. This is actually true. I understand that you like to use the word allegations, but I don't think it's an allegation anymore when we actually have like photos and video. So anyway, 48-year-old star of Hollywood blockbusters like Titanic and The Wolf of Wall Street was dating 19-year-old Israeli model Eden Polani. Let's take a quick look at Eden Polani. Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio, 48, slammed over romance with Eden Polani. Okay. His heart will go on near or far, wherever you are. Okay, no, I gotta stop. I can't stop. I gotta stop. My heart will go on. No, I gotta stop. That fucking movie Titanic, man. You know what's funny about that movie? Titanic was one of those movies that I wrote off immediately, and I was like, I'll never go see this in the theater. I wrote it off, and I feel bad about that because I wrote that movie off, and I don't remember when I saw that movie, but I was like, yeah, this movie's incredible, and I didn't see it in the theater, and I felt so bad. Like, I've tried to be more open-minded, but whenever you show me anything that looks like a chick flick, almost automatically, I'm like, no, I'm not going to see that. But obviously Titanic was a blockbuster movie. Obviously, it was huge. And I saw it maybe like 3 or 4 times on DVD, I think it was, but I didn't go see it in the theater. And I've tried to be more open minded. I've tried to, even when it's a chick flick, I try to be more open minded. I try to go to the theaters and see these things. But that's just what we come down to. So you got Leonardo DiCaprio with Eden Polani, 19. Polani, a Parisian, and the Don't Look Up actor were seen. Oh, yeah, Don't Look Up. And by the way, Leonardo DiCaprio was absolutely great in Catch Me If You Can, and that movie where he was fighting the bear, like The Revenant. Yeah, he's a great actor, and we already know he's a great actor. And I support Leonardo DiCaprio. Like when I liked him also in The Man in the Iron Mask. And I know a lot of people didn't like that movie, but I actually really liked that movie. And I like Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, and by the way, obviously, how could I not mention The Departed? He was in The Departed, star of The Departed, and everybody pretty much who saw that movie liked that movie. So I'm trying to be more open minded, but these goddamn chick flicks, it's like as soon as I see them, it's like, nah, I can't do it. But I'm trying to be more open minded. But Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend is so young, her high school experience was interrupted by COVID-19. But see, this is what it is. Leonardo DiCaprio, oh, here he is. Leonardo DiCaprio, I don't even have to read all this because you already know what it is. Leonardo DiCaprio, 48 years old. This is a high-value man. He's a high-value man, an A-list Hollywood actor. He's a multimillionaire. And the thing about it is, I don't know what's in his mind. I don't know if he wants to get married. I don't know if he might want to marry this chick right here. I don't know. But the bottom line is, he's not doing anything illegal at all. And he's living his life. But you've got some post-wall strag that feels that she's got to attack this man. He ain't doing nothing illegal. He's living his best life. You know how they say, living my best life? Yeah, well, he's living his best life. Got his money. Got his millions of dollars. He's still getting paid from Titanic. He's still getting paid from Departed. He's still getting paid from all the movies that he's done. Because I know there's a bunch of his other movies I've seen. He's still getting paid. And the thing about it is they hating on this man. But see, they doing the same thing to the Passport Bros too. And the Passport Bros, see, that's the crazy thing about being a Passport Bro. When you meet a foreign woman, most likely she's younger than you. Most likely. Chances are she might be 10 years young. Like, for instance, I always talk about one of my uncles who married a Dominican. She's 14 years younger than this guy. They've been married since 2011. They got 3 kids. They have a fabulous marriage. They have the biggest house on the block. They basically live in a mansion. And some strag, especially one of these American B-dubs, would be very pissed off to see that this black man took his wealth, went to DR, got himself a woman from DR, a traditional wife, married her, had 3 kids, and stayed married since 2011, and shows no signs whatsoever of stopping. And they're angry at that. They're angry, they're jealous, and they're hateful. That's what they are. And now Leonardo DiCaprio is facing the same damn thing. You see, you can't have it. You can't have nothing here. You just can't have nothing. So what did he do? He goes and gets himself a young, beautiful model. Because first of all, this man right here, this man's 48 years old, number one. And he's rich. Rich. Look at this. Oh, my God. DiCaprio, 48, was trolled. How do you troll? Here's a question. You know how you make fun of people, you troll people because of their looks, or you troll people because maybe they don't have and other. How the hell do you troll somebody who's got a 19-year-old Polani right there? How do you make fun of a man like that? Could you imagine getting a phone call, somebody call you up and be like, you're a loser. You got a 19-year-old foreign chick. Ha, ha, ha. Click. Like, doesn't that make you feel stupid? Like, if I could you imagine like walking up to somebody and be like, yeah, your wife is beautiful and gorgeous and hot and young, and you're a loser. Ha 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 ha. Like that doesn't make sense. It's like you just played yourself. Damn. Leonardo DiCaprio. Damn. So yeah, so basically that's the story right there. So then it goes on. DiCaprio was recently photographed with the stunning beauty, and this is how they're describing her: the stunning beauty at a party in Los Angeles, setting off a whirlwind of speculation that the reputed Lothario was going out with some. Oh, see, this is when they start using all these fucking terms, like when they're slide hating on you. Lothario, the reputed Lothario. What? With someone who only recently became a legal adult. Now look at this Me Too bullshit. They're up here trying to paint this man as some type of predator, some nonsense. This man's 48 years old. Look what they're doing. This, if I was him, I would sue everybody. I'd sue the network. What's her name? Megyn Kelly is at. I would sue her personally. I would sue everybody. I don't even know how the lawsuits would look, but I'd sue everybody. Anybody who is related to I'd even sue anybody who wrote about me wrong in one of these goddamn articles, because I don't play that shit. You can't paint me out to be doing something wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong. I'd sue everybody. Everybody. So whatever multi-millions I already got, well, I'm going to add a couple more million to that when I finish suing your asses. It's like, nah, my lawyer, I got a lawyer on retainer. All I got to do is make that phone call. Nah, man, that's ridiculous. How dare you? He is now dating a teenage. What? He is now no, she's 19. Dating a teenager, literally a teenager. Kelly fumed, noting that DiCaprio's alleged cutoff age for girlfriends is 25. Alleged. So allegedly, he doesn't date women over 25. Jesus, look at the smile on this guy. I'm see. Usually when I see men smiling, it's like it just does something to me. I'm like, I'm not used to seeing, especially black men smiling. But Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm not used to seeing men smiling so much. He's in the news every week for how he won't date anybody past 25. If he does, it makes news. And now he's actually gone down to a teenager. Well, listen, it takes two to tango. She dated him as much as he's dating her. So does she, as a 19-year-old, and by the way, she's over 18, does she have any level of, how should I say, responsibility? Because I would say that she does. She could literally be his daughter. Okay, I don't think so. Kelly also said the aging Playboy looks almost as bad as Madonna. Now you're insulting me, and you're making fun of me, and you're slandering me. I think it's time to call my lawyer. That's what I'm talking about. He is bloated. You could tell this guy partied a little bit too much, Kelly said before urging him to step away from the booze. To hell with you. Look at this right here. Look at this. So Megyn Kelly is mad. First of all, Megyn Kelly's jealous. That's number one. Why is Megyn Kelly jealous? Megyn Kelly's jealous because she ain't Israeli model Eden Polani, 19 right here, have denied that they are an item. It says sources close to DiCaprio and Israel model Eden Polani have denied that they are an item. Now, see, here's the problem. I don't know what an item means. That could mean anything. If I'm dating you and we say, yeah, well, we're not an item, what the hell does that mean? I'm not an item. An item is some shit you buy from Key Food. I don't know what you're talking about. So anyway, Megyn Kelly's jealous. That's what it. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God. Megyn Kelly, why are you so mad? You big mad. You big mad, Megyn Kelly. You big mad. That's what it is. Near or far, wherever you Kelly's mad. That's how mad she is. Because every time she looks at this Eden Polani, that's the song pops right in her head. She's like, yeah, this bastard, he's getting these younger, beautiful. Oh my God, look at this. Kelly spared Polani. And of course she didn't say nothing about Polani. Excuse me. That chick is older. Not only is she not 18, she's 19. She has just as much right to date who she wants to date as Leonardo DiCaprio does. Once you're of legal age, it's what is that? That's what it is. You don't have a right to slander this man. Who are you? Except some washed up post Fox 5, post Waller. Like, how dare you? I think it's time for me to call my lawyer. Anyway, Kelly spared Polani and Venom saying, she's gorgeous. Okay, great. Jealous! She's a model. Of course, they all are. Jealous! Jealous! You mad. You big mad. But she said DiCaprio's apparent willingness to stick to much younger women was sad. I feel like this guy from the rate of things is never going to know the joy of meeting somebody who he can fall deep in. Maybe he's in love with Polani right here. He's just going to keep banging teenagers for the rest of his life. Now, you know what? I'd sue for that because you don't have a right to say that. First of all, it ain't none of your business what I'm doing as long as it's legal. That's number one. Second of all, I think it's time for me to call my lawyer. Kelly added, it doesn't strike me as something to emulate. Nobody gives a goddamn what you think or what you want to emulate. See, these men, and the thing that bothers me about men is like, I think a lot of men just don't understand that it's time to start fighting back. I don't think they understand. I think, my lawyer, I got speed dial. I can say, hey, Siri, call my lawyer. Nah, it's time to start fighting back. DiCaprio has been linked to several models and actresses, including Blake Lively. I have no idea who that is. Bar Raffaele. I have no idea who that is. Nina Agdal, Camille Maroney, and Gigi Hadid. I don't think I really know who that is either, but I've heard the name. Among others, they all dated the actor when they were in their early to mid-20s. They dated him. Now, here's the thing. How do you know that they dated, and how do you know that the women said, you know what? Leonardo DiCaprio, I don't really like him. Because to tell you the God's honest truth, it wasn't too long ago where I remember that there were rumors about him and they were saying that he's a rainbow flagger. That's what I heard. You probably heard the same rumors. After Titanic, the women were like going crazy over, because you remember Titanic, man, when that movie came out, Leonardo DiCaprio was the biggest star since The Sun. Near or far, wherever you are. They were going nuts. All of them. All over the world. It was like if you were a girl and you saw Titanic, they were all going nuts. I don't remember Leonardo DiCaprio dating anybody back then. And there were rumors that they were trying to say the man was a rainbow flag guy. That's what they were trying to say. That's what they were trying to say. So how you turning on him now? Huh? It's none of your goddamn business what he's doing. It's none of your business. He can do whatever he wants with anybody of legal age. And that's it. See, right here, you see, the thing about it is this right here is dick policing. That's number one. It's jealousy. It's hating. It's dick policing. That's what it's as simple as possible. That's what it is. You don't have a right to criticize him. And Polani has just as much right to date him as he has to date her. If she decides that this is who I want to date, if she decides that I'm in love with Leonardo DiCaprio, that's just what it is. And if you got a problem with it, you could, there's a window in your apartment and you can defenestrate yourself. You might have to look that word up, but that's the thing. It's none of your business. It's none of your business. So that's basically all I had to say. So I am glad to see Leonardo DiCaprio is happy. The worst part about going to a foreign country is not knowing what to do, not knowing where to have fun, not having any guides, not having anyone to be with, being lonely, not knowing what to do from day to day. One of the worst things you can ever feel in a foreign country is loneliness. Sometimes you go to a foreign country, you don't have friends who've gone with you. Maybe you're an expatriate. Maybe you're a worker in a foreign country. Perhaps you're in Vietnam. Perhaps you go to Vietnam, outsourced by your IT company, and you don't know what to do or who to meet. Well, Vietnamese Wingman or VietnamWingman.com is here to help you. If you're looking for friends, language partners, relationships, marriage, Vietnamese Wingman, VietnamWingman.com is here to help you to have a great time in Vietnam, meet somebody, meet a friend, meet a woman, meet a wife. They are here to help you do that. So check out Vietnam Wingman and enjoy the rest of the story. And at the end of the day, I'm happy to see more and more, not only black men happy, but men in general being happy. This is Cartagena, Colombia. These dudes are going all over the world with those passports. They're getting those stamps. They're meeting beautiful people. Look at this. You got the marriages going down in Cartagena, Colombia. See, the thing about it is these people here were so worried about winter coming that they forgot about summer. And the passport bros are going to rule the summer in 2023. Booking flights, getting ready, wheels up. Wheels up. We are ruling 2023. Mark my words.
To be continued.